What's up, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? It's that time. It's Media Clash time, and I'm your host, Wayne, as always, joined by
Paul.
And we're going to talk to you about some of the things that have been going down, some of the things we've been watching in the world of entertainment. So, today, as we're filming this, the season finale of Peacemaker was tonight, which was actually a pretty awesome show. I was not expecting much from this, but when it started, and even after it started, but it did, progress and it turned out to be a very good show.
It was the first couple episodes was slow. Like I wasn't too into it. And then about the halfway mark is when I really started getting into the show. Like when he started going more into the butterflies and
yeah, because those first couple of episodes, it's really just you're not learning anything new. It's the same Peacemaker that was in Suicide Squad.
yeah. And then once they introduced the butterflies and judo kid or judo man, whatever. Judo master and stuff like that, and it really started getting good. And then I started to like Adrian a little bit more and more each episode.
I just love how he is so much different than the version that was on Arrow.
Oh, he's
he was a villain on Arrow.
Oh.
And this version is just so much different and so it honestly way better. Like the Arrowverse version of Deadshot to me is better than the Will Smith version. But clearly this version of Vigilante is way better than the Arrowverse version of Vigilante.
Yeah. They little trivia I found out today. Hardcore
Mm-hmm.
is either married or dating James Gunn.
Mm.
Who was very hands-on with this series. He wrote and directed.
He wrote all of it.
And
I know he directed the finale. I think he directed the opening. He might have directed a few episodes in between.
Yeah, he did. And I thought just like the whole cast, like once the show got going and they found like that central plot that they can go for with the butterflies and stuff like that, I thought it got better like as it went on, and I thought that the obvious twist that Clemson was had a butterfly in him.
Morn.
Yeah.
Mern.
Yeah, Mern.
Yeah.
Clemson Mern.
Yeah. It was, you know what?
He took an explosion to the face, and that next scene, they show him, and he's unfazed.
Yeah. I think the thing that helped this show tremendously is the fact that James Gunn has worked for Marvel. Because if this had just been another DC show, it would have probably been just completely horrible. You wouldn't have got the cameo at the end.
Yeah.
I guarantee James Gunn's no, we need something.
You want to have people talking.
Not even talking, to pay off. Because,
again,
everyone's
jokes.
going to be why is my big issue with Suicide Squad was the minute a big blue starfish shows up on the news, Superman should have shown up.
Yeah, within a couple seconds.
Exactly. This, I can see why they're not there immediately. But, especially once the government gets notified of what's going on, then yes, the Justice League should show up. The Justice League does show up, but it also reiterates to me that Warner Brothers, for some reason, does not want Henry Cavill to play Superman. Because I guarantee you, if they'd have asked him, he'd have went and did it. Unless he was literally filming, he was all somewhere filming for The Witcher and was completely unavailable.
That might have been it. I can see that. Filming Witcher.
Because to me, that's the only reason why I would think he wouldn't. Because clearly, he's the whoever the double was, he's supposed to be Cavill's Superman. The size and everything is the same.
I thought his head, the outline of his head and stuff, that looked more of a like a Christopher Reeves.
No, he's got like the fly. I know that was supposed to be Cavill's Superman. Granted, that Wonder Woman looked a little bit thicker, like a stockier. But I mean, that might just be James Gunn poking like, yes, my Wonder Woman is actually muscular. And
I thought everybody was good in it, and it just makes me, like, after watching the finale today, it kind of makes me look forward to season 2. Like,
season 2 should. That's gonna
what
be
do you
awesome.
actually do?
I mean, this show in general just made me.
Also, how much of this is canon with the actual overall universe?
That's just it. This is the canon because they're not doing shit in the movies.
Yeah, because now, because of this show, the Justice League, not Justice League, the Suicide Squad, that's all getting fucking shit canned now because they just leaked the Suicide Squad.
I thought that was a really good twist at the end, and especially since Viola Davis is in the movie.
Yeah.
But no, this show makes me actually appreciate John Cena as an actor. Because, yeah, this is a comedy, but he was doing some pretty deep shit and kind of deserves the credit for being able to pull it off.
He also played the piano for real.
Yeah, that was really him playing. Like, he learned Home Sweet Home.
No, he knows how to play.
But that's what I'm saying. He learned that, like, he was able to learn that
Yeah.
song specifically for this scene. Not like, because again, it's kind of hard to fake playing the piano.
Yes.
Like, there's player pianos that play themselves and the keys move, but you have to know where the keys are going to be moving to actually put your fingers there.
There was a clip I seen where John Cena's getting interviewed for something. It definitely is not Peacemaker because he's in front of a whole bunch of kids.
Mm-hmm.
So this might be like Ferdinand.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And it's for Sirius XM channel. So he's talking to all these kids and it's like, oh, this is some amazing facts about John Cena. He knows how to speak Mandarin. And he's like, explains how he learned, like he loves languages and stuff like that and communicating with people. So he wants to challenge himself by learning languages. So he decided to learn Mandarin because he loves and admires like the aspect of China, and he was always fascinated by the country of China.
I'm trying to remember what movie he did with Jackie Chan because that's probably where it all started.
No,
because
all started because the fucking network was trying to go to Japan.
He did something. He was in a film with Jackie Chan well before that because he came out and said like,
yeah, he did. He
lost,
got that stupid
like Jackie
punch.
Trained him.
Yeah, for that stupid punch that he tried to do.
Well,
as
no, and
finisher.
then he lost like all kind of weight, and he didn't like the way he looked when he did. Like he was in the best shape of his life, but he didn't like the way he looked because he lost all kind of mass.
No, he learned Mandarin because he went to China.
I understand. That was
to
that
sell
was for
the
Fast
network.
9.
No, to sell the network.
No, he did. He said that. Well, I mean, but he made that apology
in
Taiwan. Mandarin for Fast 9.
No, but he learned Mandarin before Fast 9 because the network was trying to get into China. So he went over there with I think Stephanie and somebody else and a couple other people. So he learned Mandarin so he can talk to them in their language.
Either way, right? I mean, he learned another language at like 30-something, 40 years old.
Yeah.
Like, that's hard as fuck.
And then he sat down on a keyboard and played piano for the kids. And it's like some little jazz, bluesy style. But yeah, he's very good, like, as an actor. He's got range. He's starting to show it now. And but mainly you see him, he always plays the same character, like muscle-bound goofball.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, at least when he did this, it was like he showed like some emotional range, which shows that he could play, you know, a different, like he could play more serious roles if he tried. Because I heard somebody say this. I think it was on Going in Raw, maybe. or something else, and somebody said John Cena was a better actor than The Rock. And I'm like, honestly, I could see Cena being a better actor in the long run than The Rock. Because The Rock has always only ever played The Rock.
Yeah.
Every movie he's ever been in has been some version of The Rock.
Yeah.
Like, this is, like, what we're seeing John Cena do is not the John Cena we saw in WWE. Because he was always a goody-goody. Like, he has not done anything like that. Like, he's done, everything he's done has been like a raunchy comedy that gets him completely out of the kid-friendly zone.
Also, it was his idea to make the Peacemaker bisexual. It's something John Cena...
I think it was said, because it was said it was like off, like not even emphasized, some line wasn't even emphasized in the show.
It's when his dad was beating him up, I think, and they were talking, what? They said something about all your girlfriends and
your boy, yeah.
And the men you slept with and all this other stuff. And according to James Gunn, during doing interviews this week for the finale, he said that was John Cena's idea to come up to make Peacemaker a bisexual anti-hero, I guess you could say.
I mean, I could see the whole reason behind that is like Peacemaker wouldn't find that. Peacemaker would probably be a top and then be like,
oh yeah,
it's not gay.
It's not gay. Yeah, exactly. It's like that old fucking Mr. Show sketch where the band, there's a sex tape and it's like a gay sex tape, and you're like, we're not gay, and they show him the tape and it's just like David Cross and them are in a hot tub, and you're like, hey dude, your dick's out, and like, hey, why don't you suck it? And he starts sucking it, and it's like, that's gay. And it's like, what? No. It's a great fucking sketch. Mr. Show is fucking amazing. I love that show so much. But yeah, it's it definitely makes me want to watch season 2 whenever, that probably not until probably the end of the year, maybe next year.
Yeah, it's at least, it's something on HBO Max worth the money. I haven't seen really much. Granted, I haven't finished like I haven't even been, pulled to watch like Young Justice.
Oh, fuck that. Righteous Gemstones this season is fucking great.
I mean,
Barry comes back in April. You ever watch Barry?
No.
Barry's very good with the Fonz and Bill Hader.
Yeah, I guess I just, nothing on HBO Max has ever jumped out at me. I still have yet to watch The Many Saints of Newark. And I was a Sopranos fan. I'm like,
I've never seen a single episode of Sopranos.
Yeah, I mean,
it just wasn't my thing. The Wire.
The early seasons were good. The later seasons weren't that great.
I still haven't watched the Dexter.
We watched the first episode because it was free on Amazon. And I'm not that impressed with that either. Really just tells me I didn't miss anything by not watching Dexter.
Is Clancy Brown even any good?
I don't even think you see him in the first episode.
Oh. There's something I seen, I don't think we talked about, was I watched Kingsman, the prequel setup to the Kingsmen, how this all got started. And you can definitely tell Matt Vaughn got like the studio like, yeah, it still makes us money. The second one was a huge flop, like critic-wise, but it still made money, not as good as the first one. So we'll give you like a very small budget, make another one, and see what happens. So this one stars, God, what the fuck is his name? Ray Fiennes.
I was about to say, yeah, I was
about to say Voldemort.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember his name. Ray Fiennes. He plays an English aristocrat who works for the Red Cross. He was a part of Her Majesty's Army. something happened in Africa that he didn't like and turned his ways. He didn't want to hurt anybody ever again. He wants to only heal the world and make it a better place. So he joins the Red Cross. And then something happens to his wife, and he becomes like a shut-in.
So is he supposed to be the one that teaches Colin Firth?
No. Colin Firth is like, this takes place during World War One.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so it's like two generations removed from
because
the original Kingsman.
Colin Firth was, what's the one that starts with a G?
What?
The Knights of the Round Table. Galahad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he Galahad?
I think.
Yeah. Technically, Ray Founds is author. He's the author of the Kingsman. He's the founder. They don't have anybody else. Galahad, Lancelot, Gwendolyn.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so eventually it's Colin Firth's character that gets, it's associated with Ralph Fiennes. There's nobody in between that, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. At the end of the movie is when they set up
the shop.
There's a reason why he sets up the Kingsmen. Which it's kind of a spoiler.
Mm.
But the one thing the guy who plays the Lizard plays Rasputin, and he does a great job as Rasputin. Just a crazy fucking the Mad Monk Rasputin, doing all this weird shit, and yeah, and he's not the bad guy like you think that they portray.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's because they only most of that's all they showed in the trailers. But I mean, if it's not, there's more to it than that. Then I mean, it makes sense. They just showed a certain thing. I don't know. It never jumped out at me to like go out of my way to watch it.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's finally on. I forgot what streaming platform I watched it on, but it's finally on there. And also, Nightmare Alley is on Hulu, which I gotta watch. That's Guillermo del Toro's. Nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah,
we can talk about the Oscar.
I think Bradley Cooper's nominated for that movie.
Yeah, I don't think Del Toro got director. But also, sports betting is now legal, and you can bet on the Oscars, which I found out through the app.
So hilarious! It's just like the WWE advertising betting to children. I don't understand how that's legal.
Oh, DraftKings.
Yeah, because it's literally it's a gambling site. It's a gambling service. So yeah. I don't understand how that's legal because they're directly advertising to children.
Also been meaning, I heard the Pam and Tommy Hulu miniseries is so-so.
I mean, I don't know that there's much that needs to be explained about that whole journey. The tape was stolen, got released, they sued, couldn't stop it. But the age of celebrity sex tapes was born.
But they look exactly like Pam and Tommy. Like Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, she looks she looks ridiculously like Pam Anderson. Like, you can still tell that's Bucky, but it's close. But it looks like some of the pictures literally look like they deep faked Pam's face onto hers.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's got a great cast. Nick Offerman is in it.
Seth Rogen's
in it. I'm wondering who plays like Hasselhoff and.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if anything, those are like just little random cameos.
If anything, you can get Hasselhoff to play himself. He still looks exactly the same.
Yeah, just dye his hair.
I think that's about it since last time we talked that I've watched.
Did you watch? You didn't watch All of Us Are Dead?
Not yet. I'm gonna start that soon.
That's such a great show.
I watched earlier today before you got here. I watched those movie recaps. It's just in like 15 to 20 minutes. They basically recap a whole movie for you, and it's pretty much American movies and foreign films. So mainly, I look at the foreign films that looks interesting. And apparently, there was a movie that came out last year in China that's a complete ripoff of Train to Busan. Instead of zombie, it's rats, infected rats. And but yeah, there's a movie called Outlander, where an alien crashes on Earth during the Viking times.
Yes.
Starring Jesus from Passion of the Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Perlman was in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I watched that recap of that. Basically how, like, he brought the creature there. The creature had a kid.
Yeah, because I remember when that movie was released, because it's the same name as that
that TV show.
The show, and it was a movie at one point about like the time traveler.
Oh. I
think that's what that is. It's she's the woman. I know the show was the woman travels back in the past and falls in love with some dude or whatever. I don't remember what the whole thing is.
She travels back to where her characters are, like the characters in her book, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's called Outlander.
Yeah. It's fucking huge because it's all over Wizard World, like those past couple years when it was here. And then I watched the Super Bowl. Fucking. Because of one play I lost, like, I could have won almost $2,000. One stupid play at the end. But the trailers.
I was having a $225 meal.
Dude, fuck that.
It's pretty good food.
That at the seafood place, Desi's?
No, yeah, Desi Vegas. I mean, it's more. I wouldn't go there to eat seafood. It's the steaks are better, but okay. $18 crab cake that was more bread than crab.
Oh, jeez, $18 for a fucking crab cake?
Yep.
Fuck that.
So yeah, I mean, but whatever. Steaks were really good. $60 fucking New York strip.
That's not bad. A fucking crab cake costs.
Dude, crab's pretty expensive right now.
Oh, they don't have to tell me. I fucking work at a restaurant, right?
So I mean,
I
was quite disappointed. Like, I anywhere I go that serves crab cakes, I buy the crab cake and then critique the fuck out of it. I don't know why. I've been doing this as long as I can remember.
I'll bring you one of my crab cakes.
And this one, I bit into it, and like the bread tasted good. Like it tasted good, but there was clearly a like 2-to-1 ratio. Like there was like twice as much bread as there was crab meat.
Come by the restaurant tomorrow. We're doing a photo shoot for the food, for like the
menu.
Yeah, the menu stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, we get to eat the food because why go to waste? So you can come and try all of our food tomorrow if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at work until like 5. Hopefully,
take an hour lunch. Come swing by.
And then we gotta get shit out to downtown before the parade start.
They so the Super Bowl trailer, the commercials was very lackluster. There's maybe like 2 that was
and it was showing
decent.
them well before they've been showing them the last few years before the Super Bowl, even like weeks leading into it.
They show fucking trailers to the commercials leading up to like in a week in advance.
Yeah.
But the only good one was like the Larry David. Like through time, Larry David was like, everybody has a great idea, and he kind of downplays it. It's like, it's never gonna work.
Yeah, and, I mean, there was nothing that I saw that I was like, ooh, like.
So movie trailer wise, they showed the first one was Nope, got released like a day before.
Yeah,
and that's Jordan Peele's new film. It still don't know what it's about.
Aliens, man, which aren't going to turn out to be aliens.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be like they meant to help us, not hurt us.
It's probably. I mean, it starts off with the usual like heavy-handed social message thing.
Yeah.
But again, I had such high hopes for Get Out, and it was a horrible twist and ending. I've never watched... Like, Teresa watched the other one.
Candyman or...
No, he only produced Candyman. The one where, like, there's the identical set of people.
Oh,
Us?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Us.
I haven't watched that one. She watched it. She said it's not bad.
No.
But it's not great either.
No, it's one of those. I was talking to Justin about him, like, after we watched the Nope trailer, and I'm like, I'm hoping he doesn't follow that same footsteps as M. Night Shyamalan, that basically he blows his load at the beginning of his career, and everything he makes after that slowly goes...
No, I mean, because I could see, like, at least all his shit... I think it's just the payoffs, because otherwise, like, Get Out was good with the build-up, and the payoff was just bad.
Yeah.
So it still looked good. It still, like, everything was good up until the horrible sci-fi twist, which is why I'm afraid this one's going to be just as bad, because it's clearly they're selling you aliens in the trailer. Or something. Like, yeah, they're clearly trying to sell you aliens in the trailer, but it's probably going to be something completely different.
Oh, he just wrote Keanu. He didn't direct Keanu.
Keanu was fucking amazing.
Keanu's very good.
Keanu was great. Not to mention the fact that, like we said, when Keanu came out, you can see our neighborhood.
It's literally 2 blocks away.
And you can see our neighborhood in the driving scene. They just literally rolled around in a circle.
They, I'm trying to think of what... There wasn't really any trailers, but the big main trailer that everybody's talking about is Doctor Strange 2.
Oh my God. The fact that they gave away that Patrick Stewart's in this movie in the trailer just means there's all kind of shit in this movie.
Supposedly, allegedly, this is the rumors. So, you watch the trailer, Doctor Strange gets arrested for fucking up time. The multiverse. And he gets brought to this council. And then you hear Patrick Stewart says, should we tell him now?
Maybe we should tell him the truth.
Yeah, and... Then you're like, holy shit, it's the Illuminati. The Marvel version of the Illuminati.
Yeah, the MCU version of the Illuminati.
Which is Patrick Stewart.
Well, in the comics, it would be Xavier, Strange, Tony, Black Panther, Namor, Reed Richards.
No, it's not Black Panther, it's Black Bolt.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The original one, the original lineup, it was Black Bolt, not Black Panther. That's right.
Because that was the first time I read about the Illuminati was World War Hulk.
Yeah, because they're the ones that sent him off planet.
The Planet Hulk.
Yeah, that was one of their big things. That was like part of their big reveal. They were the ones that decided to send Hulk off planet.
Yeah. So the rumor is, speculation is that there's been leaked footage from the sets. Apparently, Robert Downey Jr., of course, isn't coming back as Iron Man unless they're going to pay him a shit ton of money, because that's all he wants is money. Which
is funny, because they would have to completely rewrite Ironheart, and that's going to be a show.
Yeah.
Because in that comic, his AI is in the suit that she has.
Oh, Friday? Is it Friday?
No. His AI is in the Ironheart suit. Like, it's Tony.
Oh.
His AI, like an AI of him, is in her suit.
Oh, it could be like...
Now, granted, I mean, they could just pay him for the fucking rights and, like,
have
do a CG fucking...
Have somebody do a Tony impression?
Yeah.
But, so, originally in the 90s...
No, it wasn't even the 90s. It was, like, in 2006...
Was it 2006?
Yes.
Okay.
In 2006, they were trying to cast Tom Cruise as Tony Stark.
And that's right around the time.
Then the next choice was Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, what? Iron Man was
2008.
Yeah. So, supposedly, he's going to be Iron Man. Reed Richards is going to be the original Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four movies that starring Jessica Alba.
Yes.
and Namor is maybe he's going to be in it, but he's going to be the bad guy for Black Panther. Like, he has a role in the Black Panther 2.
There's a version of Kang in the trailer.
No, the
dude, it's all lit up. The 8K version, like you could still frame, and it's Jonathan Majors.
In the spot of Doctor Strange being Illuminati, it's
Baron Mordo, Master Mordo.
Yeah, from another dimension.
Yeah, actually, I would hope it would be actually him from that dimension. Like that would make sense. Like
him just stealing everybody's magic because they're not worthy of it.
Yeah, but like because again, you haven't seen him since the first Doctor Strange, and he's got the all along it. Like just say he didn't get snapped away.
Yeah. And then you come down to Professor X being Patrick Stewart, which they gave away. Already people are dissecting that poster that got released, where you can see.
Yeah, I mean, they're digging through the poster looking for stuff.
You can see Peggy Carter, Agent Carter's shield. Supposedly, you can see Deadpool.
I haven't seen that one pointed out to me.
I don't see it. Like somebody circled it on the poster. I don't see it.
Screen Crush gave a good theory of how you could put Deadpool in the movie. That he's on trial in the exact same place. Like the Illuminati, like he's being like as Strange is being brought in.
Oh,
like they're bringing Deadpool out because he basically
breaks the fourth wall.
His knowledge that it's all fake is kind of reality breaking.
I mean, he basically was like when Cyclops in Deadpool 1, when Cyclops tells him Professor X wants to talk to you. He's like, which one?
Colossus is like, which one, McAvoy or Stewart?
Yeah.
All these damn timelines are confusing.
Oh, that first one was so good.
The second one wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad, but that first one was. You might as well give up because
you were never gonna like it was. You were never gonna write a better movie for Deadpool.
Yeah.
I still think the best way to integrate him into because Feige said his movies are gonna be R-rated. Like Deadpool 3 is gonna be R-rated.
You got to.
But the better way to the best thing to do to integrate him into other movies is when he talks, bleep him and him acknowledge the fact that he's getting bleeped and nobody pays attention until it's
you don't even have to, like you said, have him a part of the trial of this Ultron robot enforcement that the Illuminati has, and just have him a small little cameo, a couple lines of dialogue just to kind of show him.
And then we'll have him curse and it be bleeped and him make right
he's
acknowledged that he's being bleeped.
Before Strange comes in, he's already being judged by the Illuminati people, so Strange can sit there and wait for his turn.
I mean, the whole thing, and I say this that would be a cool way to do it, but I hope they're not being judged because they already had the judges. You were already judged for your crimes against reality in Loki. We don't need to retread that. Unless literally we're going to say that version of Kang is the younger version of the one who remains. And we really are in a time loop. And if we are in a time loop, then it means old man Rogers lived in the MCU the entire time.
It also comes down to Stewart basically said he wasn't coming back to play Professor X because of the way it ended. He wanted to just let it end.
He wanted Logan to be his final farewell,
his swan song.
But again, he could say he's Charles Xavier. He's just not that one.
Yeah, that's a different universe.
Because I guarantee you, in this one, he will be in the gold floating wheelchair. I bet that's what he'll be in.
Yeah.
Somebody also pointed out that right as they're transitioning through the dimensions, and you see the dinosaurs floating by, or is it on the poster? Somebody says they see something that looks animated.
Yeah, there's a stop when they're shattering dimensions, and you see the dinosaurs, which people think is Savage Land.
That would be a cool way to bring the Savage Land in.
But it might just be a
universe where the dinosaurs never went extinct.
Yeah. The next, if you slow it down frame by frame, the next universe they shattered into has like an animated traffic cone. So it could be going into the What If universe.
What If or Spider-Verse.
That's how you bring in, or the fucking 90s cartoon.
That would be great. Like all those, like they should be doing crazy shit like that.
That's how you introduce the X-Men. The fucking 90s
No,
cartoon.
I think the final repercussions of all this shit is going to be the introduction of like all these other groups just in the main line. Cuz here's the thing, and Morbius may after all of this be in the MCU because again, they didn't, although Morbius comes out first, right?
Yes.
Morbius comes out in March, and then Strange comes out in May, the very beginning of May.
May 6th. I think Morbius got pushed back. Let me check real quick.
Because they said they redid parts of No Way Home because the release schedule got shifted. Because America Chavez was supposed to be in Spider-Man. And she was the one who went and got Toby and Andrew Garfield and brought them over instead of them just happening over. Like the structure of how everything happened in No Way Home was supposed to be completely different.
Yeah, so now she's in this movie.
Now she's in this movie.
According to this, it comes out April 1st.
So yeah, this could, and again, that's why they said they reshot and redid things for Spider-Man because of the release schedule got screwed up. So Morbius could still technically be in the MCU. We've seen the trailer, like everything we've seen in that technically could mean it's in the MCU. Like there would be people who still think Peter Parker's a murderer.
Because I want to say
Spider-Man's still a murderer.
Yeah.
Which would be why the thing in the alley is just a picture of Spider-Man that says murderer and not Peter Parker.
I think, if I remember correctly, there's like 4 Marvel movies coming out this year. Same with like DC.
No Way Home was the end of last year.
Yeah. You got Doctor Strange,
Morbius, Thor,
Spider-Verse
2. So I mean, that's still technically, that's 2 Sonys and 2 Disneys. So I mean, that's on par with what it usually is.
And then you have the TV shows.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't seem to me like it's any more than usual. Some toy company put out pictures, and it basically like shows exactly what Thor and Natalie Portman look like in Love and Thunder.
Yeah, because the Doctor Strange toys got released a couple months ago, got leaked. No,
those weren't leaked. Those were like officially revealed, like a month or 2 ago.
Okay. So yeah, it's.
But these aren't cheap toys. These are like $100 fucking action figures.
So it looks like I'm guessing. My theory is that Scarlet Witch is the bad guy in this because she wants to. She's trying to find her kids.
I think there'll be somebody else. I don't think it's gonna be her as a villain.
That she's gonna use. Chavez.
Yeah, America Chavez.
She's gonna use her to open up different rifts in different dimensions to find her kids, and she's gonna, in that scene in the trailer where she's kneeling down in front of herself, the WandaVision version of Wanda at the house. She probably comes to terms of like her kids are better off with her. Because
I think when this is all said and done, those kids are going to be in the MCU proper because they're doing Young Justice. They've introduced the only one they haven't introduced is Iron Lad, which is a teenage version of Kang.
But also,
which could be the one that is fighting America Chavez in the trailer because he looks like he's wearing armor.
But also, don't forget, I think Mr. Sunday Movies brought this up. Marvel is known the MCU is known to like throw you a curveball. If you go back and watch WandaVision, that dude wasn't Quicksilver. The actor played Quicksilver.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think
technically he wasn't Quicksilver.
I think that was I think people would just overhype themselves because for that. I mean, it made sense. She reached out through the like multiverse, like even like Darcy said, she recast her brother. Like if she's supposed to be connected to the multiverse,
yeah,
maybe she reached out and then that was because we never did find out who was the person in witness protection.
That was him.
It's never said that it's him.
It's never fully revealed, but they, I think his headshot, like when she was what's her name?
Yeah, she finds his headshot that says Ralph Boner. But it doesn't, like...
Oh, maybe Agatha's...
They never explicitly say who agent, whatever his name was, who was his, like, person in witness protection.
But the, yeah, so they kind of pointed at the possibility that it could be a red herring of, because why would you have his voice in the trailer?
Oh no,
would
he's
that be
in
like
it.
Such a huge.
Well, I mean, because even in the trailer, it pulls out enough to see a bald guy in a blue suit.
Oh, that could be anybody.
You would not have Patrick Stewart's voice. Like, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, that is the least spoilery of all of them.
You want to really blow people's minds? You have Patrick Stewart as Professor X. You bring back fucking Fassbender as Magneto.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that would be like, yeah, that's fine. Patrick Stewart's coming back because all the people who know the comics saw that scene and were like, "Oh, it's the Illuminati!" Yada yada yada. So Patrick Stewart being there is kind of like a new, like, all right, we got Patrick Stewart to come back and play Charles Xavier for this. Still, we haven't introduced mutants into the MCU proper, and this is a alternate reality thing. So here you go.
But here's the thing.
Now you bring in fucking for some reason fucking Hugh Jackman shows up. Fucking Michael Fassbender shows up. Who knows? Like, honestly, what I want to see happen is once the end of the movie's over and clearly some realities have merged, like, have McAvoy and fucking Fassbender show up. And let them be, like, again, you'd have to redo, like, that's my only problem with bringing the X-Men in. You have to redo Xavier's origin and Magneto's origin, and those are just great origins.
I think what it's going to come down to is the MCU, Feige, like with Quicksilver, is once they fully get the X-Men going, I think they're going to cast their people as the X-Men. You're going to have a new Xavier, I mean,
that would be the better way to do it. That
Wolverine.
would be the safest way to do it.
Yeah.
But you could get away with McAvoy and Fassbender playing Magneto and Xavier still. You just have to redo their origins.
Speaking of which, did you hear the news, supposedly, of who's playing Kraven, the Hunter?
Yeah, the other dude. Not Aaron Taylor. The other dude, Quicksilver. MCU Quicksilver is playing Kraven.
Really? Because I've seen people say it was fucking Russell Crowe.
No.
Ethan Page on his fucking vlog this week said it was announced.
No. I think the dude's name Aaron
Taylor Johnson.
Taylor Johnson.
Oh, is that like fan fucking... Let's see. Kraven the Hunter. I'll type this in. Russell Crowe. Yeah. Russell Crowe joins Sony Marvel movie as Kraven the Hunter. Oh, he's not playing Kraven. He's playing somebody else. Aaron Tyler Johnson is playing Kraven. So yes. Ethan Page got it wrong.
Yeah. I would put my knowledge before. I don't care what blogs these people do and what toys they buy. This is the shit I literally follow. I knew exactly who Aaron Taylor Johnson was cast as.
Well, he's all right. Supposedly, he's a huge Marvel guy.
Clearly not.
Yeah, apparently you read something wrong. But yeah, it's Doctor Strange 2 now. After watching that trailer, is now my most anticipated movie.
Just for all the crazy shit you're gonna get to see.
Yeah. Finally.
That's like the tentacle monster isn't actually who it's supposed to be. They had to change its name.
And it's also...
because they don't own the rights to that name anymore.
It's also fucking Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
So you might get that fucking Bruce Campbell Mysterio that everybody wanted.
I mean, he's listed on the IMDb.
Oh, of course he is. He's fucking Sam Raimi. He's always in Sam Raimi films.
Yeah, if the rumors are to be believed that Toby's going to show up, like they're going to show that universe in this, which, I mean, they could just show, like, what... This would be the perfect movie to do, show, like, what happened when he went back. Like, if you're just showing, like, random realities,
yeah,
show the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man universe of, like, him, like... Because it was supposed to be a scene in the third one where he's, like, bringing Mysterio in, and it's revealed that it's, you know, Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, and that all the fucking movies... Bruce Campbell was the same character.
Yeah, he was Mysterio the whole time.
Yeah. And but yeah, the studio didn't want that because you have to have Venom. You have to.
Yeah, so I mean that would be a great way. Like let him do his epilogue for the Maguire universe. Which I would hope is like him and MJ are married. It's a weird like they made it work, so like it works.
Yeah.
And then, like, they have, you know, the little girl with the spider powers. Like, they have the daughter, May Parker, who's got spider powers, too, which she inherited from her dad.
Also, it was announced this week that all the Marvel Netflix shows are leaving.
Yeah, because they'll probably end up either on Hulu or Disney+.
Not Disney+, because they're all rated.
Dude, all Disney... Like, that shit... Only in America do they keep it separated. Like, Disney Plus in other countries has all the shit on it.
Yeah, because they probably don't have Hulu.
That's what I'm saying. So it's they're either gonna put them on Hulu or they're gonna put them on Disney Plus and list them under, you know, Marvel Knights or whatever.
Hopefully they do. Like, hopefully, because those shows are pretty fucking good.
I don't know that they're rewatchable though.
Daredevil?
No, I mean, I just never. None of those shows ever jumped out at me to like rewatch.
Well, I never really rewatched something more than once. No matter, I mean, other than like Evil Dead 2 or Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, I mean, like the occasional movie every now and then when it's on.
Yeah. I guess we'll finish this with the Oscar nominations.
I wanted to talk about some. Well.
Oh yeah, your shit.
I want to. Just outside of the movies and stuff, I've been playing the next gen patch for Cyberpunk 2077. And it looks really good. There's been no issues that I've seen so far, and I'm like 12 hours in. What sucks though is it's 2 separate trophy lists. So I was so close to getting the platinum for the PS4 version, and I can still get it. I just have to play the PS4 version on. I just reinstall the PS4 version on the PS5, but like some of the trophies didn't pop like they were supposed to. Like the one where you clear all the missions on the map, and I didn't clear. Like even though I cleared all the missions in one section, the trophy didn't pop.
Did you do all the bus stops? Or the
yeah, like travel? Everything. Like all the like that map is empty. And I'm missing like it didn't give me the Badlands trophy.
See what the problem is I started doing the bus stop or the fast travel marks all over the city and stuff like that. And the problem is it doesn't mark which ones you got or it doesn't eliminate them from the map when I was playing it.
No, they don't show up until you see them.
Yeah, and that's also the problem of I didn't know which ones I got and which ones I didn't get.
I mean, I didn't do all of that, and I didn't do all that stuff until I got to the point of no return. Like when you get to that bit when you go see the girl at the hotel to start the final mission, like it tells you, oh, this is the point of no return. You know, if you do this, it's the end of the game, or you can go do everything else and then come back. So when I got to that point at like 50 something hours, I think it was, and then I went and just cleared the map of everything else, and then did the ending, which came out to like 111. Is what my final finish time is. But that map's 100% clear, but it didn't give me my damn trophies for like the Badlands and stuff, so I gotta do it again on the PS5 version to get the goddamn trophy. Like, I've only got one platinum. I need to get me another one. And granted, some of the stuff in the Cyberpunk one to get the platinum trophy is like, oh, take down 2 people with an aerial takedown. And I'm like, God damn it, I don't want to feel... Like, you have to spec your character a certain way to do shit like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, God damn, I don't want to do that.
But also, you got to find all the his stuff, like his
which is easy, you know. Like literally, you just
his
go
guitar and outfit.
Yeah, that's
and all
easy.
that.
Those are all missions.
Yeah, but some of those you have to have a specific dialogue to unlock certain ones.
Once you get to a certain point, they'll all show up if you go to the right place. You just got to go to the right. You go online to see exactly where you go.
You have to do a certain dialogue tree to get his.
No,
Porsche.
you just
the guy won't throw the keys to you.
No, you just don't kill him right away.
Okay.
But you don't need like the Porsche. The Porsche doesn't matter to that trophy. I don't think. It's the clothes. The clothes matter for that trophy. Like you get the full outfit: the dog tags, the boots, the pants, and the shirt. I think that's the trophy. The Porsche is a separate trophy, maybe. I think. If it's even one. I don't know. But again, like it looks great. You got a performance mode and then like a pretty mode. Like performance is 60 frames at 4K. And then the pretty mode is like 30 frames at 1080. Or 30 frames at 4K with ray tracing. And actually, I could tell the difference when I'd switch from 60 frames to 30 frames. It is kind of jarring. I'm like, whoa. Now that I can actually tell the difference, it's horrible. It is kind of jarring when you drop down to 30 from 60. They added some new weapons. They added apartments you can buy for some reason. It's really out of place that you can go buy an apartment in another part. Like, basically, you can buy apartments in all the sections of the city, and they scale in value depending on where they're at. And it's supposedly other, like, little minor tweaks and shit they did to add stuff. Again, like, I played the PS4 version on the PS5 and beat it and had no issues when I did it.
Yeah. It is that right?
Possibly. The rest of the cold front's supposed to be moving through. But yeah, like, I mean, I had no, like, again, I think it's one of the, I don't think, I think a lot of people shit on it. I think a lot of people who shit on it never actually played it. Everybody made a big deal out of them giving refunds, and I remember when CD Projekt Red did their financials that year, they said exactly how much money they had to spend on refunds, and it was like $6 million on refunds. I want to say, let me see, let me do the math, and because I know it was like only like 30,000 copies they had to refund. So let me see if that was what it was. 6
Well, you do that
million divided by
word is that
60?
Uncharted is the new movie that comes out technically tonight. Is horrible.
Actually, I heard it's not bad. If you're not a fan of the game, then it's just a popcorn flick.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of the game, you won't like it. And I'm like, I could give 2 shits about the Uncharted games. So it might not even been 6 million, because 6 million divided by 60 is 100,000. So like there was very little So it was like even if it was $6 million they had to refund, that's like 100,000 copies out of a game that sold 13 million. So again, I think it's very a case of the vocal minority complaining about the game. I think a lot of people played it and didn't have issues. Because again, I played it. I could have played it on my PS4. It just didn't look. It didn't look great. It was clearly meant to not. That processor wasn't strong enough for it, but it still played. I do wish there was more customization options once you're actually in the game. Now you can go change your like appearance, your hair, your makeup, and shit like that once you're in it, but you can't change anything else, which goes against the whole like cyberpunk thing where you can augment and modify your body. Like that's missing from the game, I think. They still haven't added like car customization and shit like that. That needs to really be in there. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it plays fine. I'm gonna beat it again. I never did play as a street kid, which really has no bearing. In my honest opinion, the best storyline and the main storyline to play through is as a corpo, because it's the only one where you knew Jackie before the start of the game, which makes the funeral scene all the better, because you actually knew Jackie more than 6 months.
Yeah, since pretty much nothing's coming out game-wise anytime soon, I'll fucking re-download it and go back to it. Other than I completely forgot how to play it. So
yeah, I mean, all the big I haven't like Destiny. Witch Queen comes out next week, and we'll see how much that changes the actual game. I finished this season's battle pass. I didn't like the last couple I didn't finish.
Yeah.
We'll see. Hopefully it changes it a little bit better, because it's getting to the point where I've been kind of getting bored with it. The story's still great. I'm just getting bored with the game loop repeating the way it does. Like, it's kind of like I the first Destiny, I got tired of it and put it down for like a year, and then came back to it. The other thing I wanted to touch on game-wise is the Microsoft and Sony buying shit. Because I just think people in for a rude awakening at some point. Like, Game Pass's price is going to go up. Because it's like, what, $10 now?
Game Pass?
Yeah.
No, it's like...
There's different tiers.
Yeah, there's Game Pass and there's Game Pass Ultimate, which I am. Game Pass Ultimate, I think, is 20-something. Because it's added onto your subscription. Yeah, your Xbox Live. It's Xbox Live and Game Pass that's combined.
Because since they've launched Game Pass, they have spent $75 billion to basically fill content on the Game Pass is how I look at it. And there's only 25 million subscribers on Game Pass.
Game Pass Ultimate is $15. Game Pass by itself is $10. But Game Pass Ultimate, you get, like I said, I think it's the combination of Game Pass and your Xbox Live subscription just mixed into one.
So let's see, 25 million. So how much you said Game Pass is?
15. Ultimate is 15.
Even if say every one of them has Ultimate.
Yeah.
That would be $375 million a month.
Also, are you counting PC?
I mean, just Game Pass. No, the Game Pass only has like 25 million subscribers total.
Okay.
So that's 375 million a month. So 75 billion divided by 375 million equals 200 divided by 12 equals. It would take, at current subscriber numbers, if they were all paying the $15 a month, 16 years, 16.666666. Clearly, the evil is look at all those sixes, but it would take 16.6 years for them to break even with all the shit they've bought in the last couple of years.
I think they're not looking for like a huge hit now. It's one of those the long con or the long road.
But here's the
over
thing.
Time, eventually they'll get their money back.
They're never gonna get the number. Like, I heard somebody wrote into like Sacred Symbols, like, oh, if Game Pass gets 100 million subscribers, then I'm like, dude, Game Pass isn't getting Netflix numbers. There was only 100 million, 110 million PlayStation 4 sold. There was like 150, 160 million PS4s, Xboxes sold last generation together. Everybody doesn't subscribe. Exclusives don't sell that as many copies as there are consoles. Dude, my whole thing is, at what point does Microsoft go, you need to raise the prices because we're bleeding money? Because here's the thing, it's not only like Microsoft is trying to pay $68 billion for Activision Blizzard. That's not counting recurring payroll and recurring costs to run all those teams the way they are. So you're doing multiple things they're going to be doing. Game Pass is going to go up in price, and some of these studios are getting closed or sold off to recoup money. Because Microsoft can't be like, how long do you let your kid just spend cash before you're like, wait a minute, we need to recoup some of this? I mean, that's my whole, like, it's not sustainable. It's not feasible. It took Netflix like, I think over a decade to start being profitable. Because they were just dumping money into creating content and buying, licensing stuff.
Yeah.
And now they have a subscriber base to the point, so now it's profitable. But Game Pass ain't never reaching that number. It's just, I mean, and just the sheer amount of people who like, I'll wait for it on Game Pass. I'll get it. I'll play. Like, bruh, you like fucking go buy the game. Like, even if like they said that like supposedly there's gonna be some form of subscription service on PlayStation, I'm like, I'm still gonna be buying my games outright. Cause all those PlayStation Plus games, I've barely played any of those free games that I've gotten. Because the games I want to play, I'm gonna buy.
Well, yeah, because
shit leaves Game Pass.
Yeah, because the Yakuza series left Game Pass this month or last month.
Yeah, so you can't even play it. You can't play it anymore.
I went and bought them, because they're on fucking sale like every other week. They got like the collection, the Yakuza Remastered Collection on sale. So I bought it for like $30, and you get, I think, 3, 4, and 5, not 6, because I don't think 6 was out at the time. But yeah, eventually shit leaves Game Pass.
Yeah, I mean, at least with PlayStation Plus, as long as you're paying the PlayStation Plus, which
also,
again, $60 a year, and those games never leave. Like the games you get with it never go away.
But also, you're forgetting that also my Game Pass lets me play all the EA games because it's part of EA Play.
Which again, it's not all EA games. It's like
it's
a
whatever
year
they
old.
put up.
Yeah, it's whatever they put up.
Also, Ubisoft, not their, like you said, not their current games, but that's a huge library.
But again, that still shows like those are $5 a pop. So you're telling me as a Game Pass Ultimate person, you're only paying $5 for Game Pass. Still. Because they've got to be giving money to EA and Ubisoft out of that. To have it included. They paid those. So on top of buying Activision, buying Bethesda or ZeniMax, and well before that when they bought fucking Minecraft, they're paying Ubisoft and EA to include their streaming servers, their streaming libraries with Game Pass.
Well, I think it's more the EA and Ubisoft needed Game Pass because nobody was subscribing to Ubisoft fucking subscription service.
I mean, I didn't because I just bought all those games. I was subscribed to EA Play for a while. The EA one for a while.
Yeah, so you can play the first 10. You play 10 hours of a EA game, and then they lock it, and you have to buy the game, or you can just play for 10 hours, see how you like it, because most EA games are fucking broken to begin with. Like Battlefield 2042, whatever it is still completely broken. Nobody's playing that anymore. Madden's a fucking joke.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so nobody's. I mean, those streaming services, but again, they have to pay. They have to be kicking Ubisoft and EA money, if not up front on the deal, monthly out of whatever the subscription base is.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if fucking they went to Game Pass. Oh, they needed Game. They need Game Pass more than.
I don't think either one of them needed a streaming service to begin with. I think that was just ancillary money on top of.
Yeah, because I think EA was first to do their streaming, like a subscription base.
Yeah, EA, and then Ubisoft did theirs.
Yeah.
Because it was the streaming shit, like, because you had PlayStation Now, and then you had those two, and then Game Pass.
Just as long as somebody buys Konami.
It's going to be Sony. If anybody buys Konami, it's going to be Sony.
Yeah, I can see that.
And it's not even for the studios. It's going to be for the IP.
But yeah, it's like we were talking about earlier with Capcom. Like, whoever gets Capcom, that's a ton of money. And
if anybody, Capcom's going to, like, it would be...
Resident Evil, Street Fighter.
Sony would buy Capcom because Sony has, like, the fucking fighting, like, Evo. They bought Evo. The fighting tournament.
Yeah.
Like, that whole setup they bought. So and the last Street Fighter was only on PlayStation.
And Nintendo is just like, fuck yeah, we got enough.
Nintendo, like, again, I heard, like Colin said, I much props and respect to Nintendo because they're like, we're not going to play this game. Like, because Nintendo doesn't have to.
No.
There's no third-party games on fucking Switch as it is.
They got enough IP.
And they do nothing with.
Yeah.
They make a bunch of kid games. Like, I'm so tired of hearing how great Breath of the Wild was. I tried playing Breath of the Wild. It's empty and boring.
Did you see the latest Direct?
No.
They're bringing back Striker, the Mario Soccer, basically. They're bringing that back. The Mario Kart 8, is it? Oh, they're on 8 right now?
No, 8 was the last one.
Whatever the current Mario Kart that's been out for a long time, basically the DLC for it is going to be like over 40 fucking maps between the end of the year.
That's what I'm saying. They have their certain things that they just keep squeezing. And people keep buying.
Eventually, every track that's ever been in a Mario game is going to be in that game as DLC.
Yeah, I mean, they're just let's keep squeezing out everything we can from this one thing. That's what Nintendo does.
Because they still got a lot of people fucking playing it.
Yeah, because, I mean, if you got a Switch, what else do you go fucking do?
They bringing back Wii Sports for the Switch. They got to, like, update it and make it more modern, I guess. You can go bowling. You can do
Yeah, no,
tennis.
I mean, granted, we got it on the, like, she plays on the TV at the house in the living room with it on the dock. But... I mean, I guess that's you would have to like again, but I don't know that
the Switch remote's off.
Yeah, I don't know that the new ones, the Lite I mean, no, they do have two versions. The OLED does have the controllers that come off. The Lite is the one that doesn't have the controllers come off, and I don't think the Lite can hook into the dock.
I'm trying to think. I think that's about it. And then it's like fucking Fire Emblem.
Yeah, the same old shit over and over again.
Chrono Cross is going to be on the Switch.
Yeah, the people are expecting a surprise announcement for a remake of Chrono Trigger, since Chrono Cross is like an epilogue to Chrono. Like, it's the last game in that series, but that's the one they're releasing as a remake.
Oh, speaking of Capcom, Resident Evil 4, you know how it's getting the Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil upgrade?
Yeah.
Well, this one is, they delayed it because there's so much stuff that they're doing, and apparently they're adding in all the deleted stuff that they took out of the game the first time around.
I mean, I'm just not... Like, after... Like, Resident Evil 4 is what put me off of Resident Evil. Like, I hated that third-person, over-the-shoulder action shit.
I guess you really hated 5.
Yep. I didn't buy 5, 6, or 7.
I bought 5. I completely skipped 6. I played the shit out of 7. I love 7.
I need to go get...
And Village.
I need to go get my chainsaw controller for 4. It's in my mom and dad's attic, so I could sell it to Belko, because he wanted to buy it.
Apparently they go for big money.
They do. And it's just been sitting in the same box. I've never used it. It's been sitting in the box since I bought it.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really coming out game-wise. Like Elden Ring, Dark Souls.
Open world Dark Souls. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. Because a lot of shit got pushed back. Like Saints Row was supposed to come out, that remake of Saints Row.
It's not a remake. It's a continuation, I think.
But it's not.
But it's
a more serious.
My problem with that is it doesn't look like you can make your own person. You're stuck playing like those people that were in the trailer.
Yeah, and it looks like they still haven't did any gameplay.
Yeah, they did.
They showed a gameplay?
Mm-hmm. They just didn't have the UI on it, but they showed gameplay.
And an initial trailer? No, that trailer was
there was like another thing that they showed.
I didn't see that.
You know, there was a second thing they showed.
Okay. I don't really have a lot of faith in it.
I mean, Agents of Mayhem was okay, but it just did come off very cheap. I wasn't a fan of the last Saints Row when he was like president and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like that was, and then like the fucking aliens blew up the planet, and I'm like, it just seemed very...
The Saints go back in time and they go hang out with Jane Austen.
No. What?
Yeah, that happens at the end. They discovered time travel on the ship.
I didn't even remember that.
Yeah, they go into, I think, Jane Russell. Oh, Jane Austen, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't even remember that. But yeah, I mean, I'll look at it when it comes out and see if I want to get. But yeah, everything got pushed yet again. So like really the only game that I'm looking for, the next game I'm probably gonna buy is Gran Turismo 7. Comes out March. Comes out in a few weeks. I have no want or desire to play Horizon Forbidden West. The first one didn't scream play me. This one doesn't seem like it screams play me either. I'll probably go and get back into the Old Republic MMO. They've got a new expansion coming out.
Yeah, I've seen a trailer for that.
That cinematic trailer was awesome. Dude, I want an Old Republic video game or an Old Republic movie. It would be just so awesome.
Well, they're doing a remake or
they're remaking KOTOR.
Yeah, KOTOR.
But I mean, I want an Old Republic movie with like Revan and fucking all those like old that's the movie I want.
Well, Obi-Wan May 25th.
Yep, Obi-Wan comes out May 25th. Yeah, the only other thing, like, I wanted the way fucking Microsoft is buying play things up, and like the Bethesda game, the ZeniMax games are going to be exclusives, but the Activision Blizzard games aren't. And then Sony's like buys Bungie, and Bungie's like, nah, we're still independent. We just, the profits go to Sony now, and everything's gonna be cross-platform. And it basically boils down to they bought it because Bungie knows how to do live service games and monetize shit. I think that's why they bought them. Because I guarantee you every game is now at some point going to get looked at by Bungie to see what can be added to it after to keep it making money.
Yeah.
Granted, I hope Matter is that they're working on an IP codename Matter, and it's supposed to be a hero shooter like Overwatch or fucking Apex Legends and shit. And I heard people like, I don't want it to be Destiny related. Like, fuck that. I want it to be Destiny. I want it to be all the main characters that you don't get to fucking play with in Destiny that you get to use in this fucking arena shooter. Like, that would interest me. And I'm good at multiplayer in fucking Destiny. Like, I suck in Call of Duty. I suck in all these other first-person shooter multiplayers, but I can actually hold my own in fucking Destiny's multiplayer. It's fucking amazing. That or like a fucking... I mean, they said they're going to make all this other shit, and Sony was like all about the transmedia stuff, so I guarantee you we're going to get like a Destiny TV show or movies now, which I'm all for, because the live action commercials were always great. And then the voice actors for like a couple of the main characters are like known actors. So,
well, yeah, you got Nathan Fillion.
I mean, he hasn't been in it since they killed Kate off. Like, before they killed Kate off, because they couldn't get him to do Forsaken.
Yeah, and you got the
dude from Fringe, and the butler Wick. From John Wick is
the
Commander Zavala. Lawrence Fishburne's wife is Ikora.
You had Peter Dinklage. And now you got
that's
Nolan.
fine.
You got Nolan North.
Yeah, the Dinklage was horrible as that fucking voice of the ghost. And now now they've let other ghosts talk, so like you're just gonna have other people play ghosts. Yeah, dude, it looks great. Like all those live action commercials were always pretty cool looking. And there's a whole fucking ridiculous timeline that they can make stuff out of, and still use like. Because I think Zavala is like 500 years old by the time Destiny 1 comes around.
Yeah.
So, like, you could use him. Like, they could make time period shit for all over the place and still have, like, usable, known characters. But I just thought it was crazy, like, the with these acquisitions and stuff, and the people, like, shitting on it, and the people, like, being defensive, like, oh, Microsoft is winning, yada, yada, yada. Like, bro, y'all just don't know business. Like, some shit's going to change, and it's not going to make y'all happy. But, I mean, I'm not against, like, other companies buying companies. That's what happens. And, I mean, at the end of the day, they're buying IP. It's like people complaining about Disney being so big. I'm like, dude, they own IP. Like, you're more likely to get movies now for shit that Fox would have never touched. Like, that's just how it is. Like, you're getting another Predator movie. Like, that last Predator movie under Fox was horrible. But you're getting a Predator movie now that you probably would not have gotten under Fox. With a great premise. Which is what we talked about it last episode.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not... Again, I wasn't against Disney buying Marvel or fucking Lucasfilm. I am against what Kathleen Kennedy did with the sequel trilogy. Like, Force Awakens was fine, but...
They basically remade the...
They remade A New Hope.
Yeah, they remade A New Hope.
But the other two were horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, we could touch upon the Oscars if you want to.
Yeah, real quick, we'll do, like, the major ones. Best Actor, you have Javier Bardem for being the Ricardos, playing Ricky Ricardo. Mm-hmm.
Benedict
Cumberbatch as for Power of the Dog. Andrew Garfield for Tick, Tick, Boom. Will Smith for King Richard. Denzel Washington for The Tragedy of Macbeth, which I really want to see.
Yeah, no, I haven't watched it either.
It's on Apple TV.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And if you look at all these movies, 4 of the 5, I think, is streaming. Was strictly streaming. Tick, Tick, Boom is Netflix. Power of the Dog is Netflix. King Richard is HBO Max in theater. And also
was
theaters.
Tick, Tick, Boom... I thought Tick, Tick, Boom was Hulu.
No, it's Netflix.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so. Tragedy, and like we said, Tragedy of Macbeth is Apple TV. Being the Ricardos, I think that might be strictly theaters, which I'm kind of shocked.
No, Tick, Tick, Boom is, that is Netflix. No, Being the Ricardos is Hulu, I think.
Is that Hulu? I'm kind of shocked because a lot of people panned that movie. Like, critics didn't like it. And also, there was a lot of...
No, Being the Ricardos is Amazon.
Oh, Amazon. Okay.
Yeah.
So all these are streaming movies, except for you can kind of say King Richard is both because it's HBO Max and
yeah, but I mean that one
at the
was
same time.
See, but here's the thing: like I think probably some of these were made for theaters,
and because of the
pandemic, got released on streaming.
Yeah, I can see that. Actress in a leading role, Jessica Chastain in The Eyes of Tammy Faye, which I want to see. Looked like I really like that trailer. Olivia Colman for The Lost Daughter. Penelope Cruz for Parallel Mothers. Nicole Kidman for Being the Ricardos, and Kristen Stewart for Spencer, which she's basically a lock for that. And odds-on favorite for Best Actor right now is Will Smith.
I'm gonna go. I think
I'm
gonna say the Academy is gonna lean towards.
I think it's Cumberbatch.
I don't even know. I think Andrew Garfield it's leading more towards that. It would not surprise me if Andrew Garfield won.
Power of the Dog is sweeping all the fucking foreign awards right now. Best animated that in Encanto, which is probably going to win. Flea, Luca, The Mitchells versus the Machines, and Raya and the Last Dragon.
Like 3 fucking Pixar movies.
Yeah. Cinematography, Dune, Nightmare Alley, Power of the Dog, Tragedy of Macbeth, West Side Story.
I could see Tragedy of Macbeth just from what little bits of Macbeth I've seen. I could see that.
I say Dune
or Dune,
because that was the big thing. Like
Dune's very, very pretty and big and stuff, but like the Tragedy of Macbeth is like stylized. It's shot deliberately a certain way. It's in black and white. Like it's shot differently than like fucking Villeneuve. Fucking like again, it looks like fucking Blade Runner. Like Blade Runner was beautiful.
Yeah.
Dune is beautiful. We get it. You make shit look fucking amazing.
Blade Runner was fucking amazing. Like the way they shot that with the colors and all that stuff.
Yeah, like the Blade Runner is looks amazing. We get it. Tragedy of Macbeth is shot a specific way
in black and white.
Yeah. Like it's blown. Like this is blown out. Like it's filmed and shot a certain way.
Directing Kenneth
Branagh
for Belfast. Fuck, I'm gonna probably butcher this. Ryusuke
Drive My Car,
which is like 2.5 hour fucking chauffeur movie, Uber movie. That's also very high, critically acclaimed movie. Like the critics love this movie so much. Licorice Pizza, Paul Thomas Anderson, Power of the Dog, Jane Champion, and West Side Story, Steven Spielberg. What's the other one? Film editing, international film, Drive My Car, which will probably win that.
I don't agree with them doing that.
If it's going to be nominated for
If it's going to be nominated for international, it shouldn't be nominated for best.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like it should be either or.
Original song, Be Alive, King Richard. Beyonce and Dixon. Encanto, Lin
Manuel
Miranda. Down to Joy, Van Morrison, No Time to Die, Billie Eilish.
I like that song. Although I really did like No Time to Die. That's like one of the best Bond movies.
Did we talk about that?
No, I probably skipped over it, but I did watch that. I rented it on Amazon.
I watched it too.
It was really good.
There's a movie on Amazon. It's called Lost Da Vinci, I think it's called. Apparently, like 12 years ago, in the fucking French Quarter or somewhere in New Orleans, supposedly somebody found a lost Da Vinci painting. Only like less than 10 Da Vinci paintings exist in the world, and one randomly was found in New Orleans.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and look at that. I know they got a documentary about the Jazzland on there. I want to watch. Yeah.
Huh. I want to say Renee played it, and I
think it's called like After the Flood or something. Yeah, but it's about Jazzland.
No, I'm talking about the Da Vinci.
Oh, the Da Vinci one? Yeah, I didn't even know that one. I know there's a documentary about that one that ended up being fake. That some Saudi prince paid like hundreds of millions of dollars for. Although who knows, the art world, I mean, Saudi Arabia is so horrible. Like the art world probably said, no, that's a fake, even if it is real.
Well, yeah, most original art that's supposedly hang in a museum are all fakes. Or a good high percentage of them are fakes. Like the real ones are.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you put up
in private collections.
Yeah, or you just put up, a reproduction instead of having the real one get stolen.
Yeah,
because I mean, literally, we went to the Met, and you could touch Starry Night. Like, I'm sorry, like there's at no point in time should a fucking Van Gogh be close enough for me to fucking stick my hand in it.
So some security guard a couple days ago.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Bored.
Yeah, it was like his first day. He fucking doodled on like a painting worth $1.5 million.
He drew eyes on a faceless. It was a face, but had no features. Mm-hmm. It was just a blank face. So he drew fucking eyes on the faces.
Yeah, like when I tell you, I was close enough to fucking just snatch Starry Night, like not behind anything.
It was the same way when I was in Chicago and I went to the Chicago Museum, and literally the Ferris Bueller painting
is just there.
It's just sitting there. And it's just like a velvet fucking rope.
Dude, I got like ridiculous. I got told to back up from a Jackson Pollock. I got that close. I'm like looking at the shit that's like stuck in the paint because he's got like caps and shit stuck in it.
There was when I went to the Vatican, we was in St. Peter's Cathedral, and there's a giant marble statue of Mary holding Jesus, and it's all one slab of marble that Michelangelo sculpted.
I think there's a reproduction of it at the cathedral I went to in New York.
Probably so. So in the 70s, there was nothing guarding it.
You just walk up to it?
You could just walk up to it. There was like one little rope, like a velvet rope. So some fucking dude, some nutcase, went there with a hammer, jumped the fucking rope, and just started pounding on the fucking face of Mary and started breaking chunks off of it. And they had to fix it. And now it's behind a fucking gate and plexiglass and all this other stuff now. It only takes one time, and then
one person to fuck up everything for everybody else.
Like Mona Lisa, like that's behind pretty thick fucking glass, and
yeah, and that's small. That's way smaller than you would think it is.
Oh yeah. Best Picture: Belfast, Coda, Don't Look Up, which is fucking shocking because that movie sucks.
That's a
Hollywood.
That's a self-congratulatory pat on the back from Hollywood.
Yeah.
To itself.
Drive My Car, Dune, which a lot of people are up in arms that Dune got all these awards, but
Denis Villeneuve didn't get Best Director.
Yeah. King Richard, Licorice Pizza, Nightmare Alley, Power of the Dog, and West Side Story, which is also kind of shocking because West Side Story came out and
West Side Story didn't make any money, but like it's
a musical.
It's a musical. It's a different time. Like And it's not like it's an updated version of West Side Story. It's literally, I think, because I think it's a period piece. I don't think it's like a modern version of West Side Story.
No, it should be the 1960s.
So I'm saying, like, so they didn't remake West Side Story set in modern times. They remade
it's not
the period piece.
It's not Manuel doing his version of West Side Story. I forgot the name of that movie he directed.
In the Heights.
In the Heights, yeah. His version of West Side Story.
Which I wanted to see in the like. I mean, I like musicals. As a theater kid, I've been in quite a few musicals.
Yeah.
I want to see West Side Story, but I mean, I look at it, I'm like, I know the original West Side Story and how good that is. If this is just like a remake of that one, then I don't see a point.
I think Best Picture is either Power of the Dog or Belfast. A foreign film shot in black and white about a family in poverty overcoming the odds.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be
fucking Oscar.
I mean, you'll be able to tell, I think, the way the night's gonna go early on as to what's winning what.
I want to say Will Smith will probably win King Richard as that we owe you an Oscar. Here it is. Type of deal.
What would they owe him? I thought he got one for.
He never got an Oscar. He should have got one for 6 Degrees of Separation.
He got nominated for that one. I mean, I don't know that he should have got his Oscar for that. He got nominated for it, though.
Yeah, he got nominated, and that was like one of his first movie, I think.
Now, should he have gotten it
Ali.
for not Ali, the other one where he plays the salesman, and Jaden plays his actual son, like his kid plays his kid.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like maybe that one he should have gotten his Oscar for. But I mean,
Bad Boys, Bad Boys 2.
No,
he was a lot better in Bad Boys 2.
Was he? I'm trying to remember. Did I see Bad? Yeah, I saw Bad Boys 2. That's the one with Henry Rollins in the beginning. Which is like, Henry Rollins is such a great actor, and then he was just like a glorified cameo in Bad Boys 2. Like when he literally, that character should have shown up like later on in the movie as well.
Did you see I Can't Die?
Yes, I did. He doesn't die. That's a really good movie.
Oh yeah. Trevor's fucking great as the bad guy.
Yeah, that is a really good. Like Henry Rollins doesn't get his fair shake as an actor.
Yeah.
Like he's really good.
Visual effects: Dune, Free Guy, No Time to Die, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man. Apparently, also, there's going to be an Oscar for Twitter. Like, the Twitterverse is going to have a vote for, like, a special fucking award or something like that. I forgot. I didn't really read up on it, but it's so stupid. They're going to pick the stupidest fucking movie to give an award to.
I haven't seen Free Guy.
It's going to be on HBO.
But something tells me that probably has better effects than the other ones. Like, as great as Spider-Man was.
You don't think Dune?
Dune doesn't really have, like... I mean, I guess, like, all the ship stuff and, like, the sandworm.
I don't know why No Time to Die's on this.
Because there's honestly a lot of...
I'm sure a lot of visual effects, but...
There's a lot of shit that you wouldn't think
is
there, that's there. Because there's a lot of, like, face replacement on Daniel Craig's, stunt doubles... That motorcycle scene that's a ramp they built, not the actual
wall.
The wall.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of like stuff that's.
Dude, when he goes to that cemetery, dude, he should have been. That shrapnel alone should have fucked him up. You have concrete being blown at you.
I mean, here's the thing. You want to? You know why I think they don't do like stuff like that when that happens? They don't go in there and accurately represent it. Because then you got to redo that every time you go to shoot another scene after that.
I do say it's a lot of balls for them to kill off Bond.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
For the simple fact that now you have to either just reboot it or you have to make a ballsy choice and continue it somehow. But again, it ends with James Bond will return.
Yeah, it's just allegedly, supposedly, the producer said, yes, we are eyeing Idris Elba because we hear y'all. We're looking at him.
But
we're not going to pick him. But we'll look at.
I don't think though. I don't think he'll be like the only way James Bond returns is if then whoever is 007 gets the code name James Bond in honor of James Bond.
Yeah.
Like that to me, like, okay, then you can do it that way, and then you can start making it whoever.
They did it in this movie with
Well, I mean, that just the 00 designation.
Yeah.
She like he was retired and missing, so she got the 007 number.
Captain Marvel chick.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. She's the mom, the Brie Larson's friend.
Yeah. I can't remember it.
No, that wasn't her.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Was it? That they did not like the girl in looked darker in No Time to Die.
I'm pretty almost confident it was her because I looked it up on IMDb when I was watching the film. It's a long film.
It is, but I sat through it and like it didn't feel like to me it didn't feel that long.
I just think they wasted like the bad guy.
Their bad guys are always wasted,
especially Javier Bardem. Like they fucking completely wasted his character.
That is her, yeah. And she's supposed to be in the Marvels. I'm assuming in flashbacks since she's dead.
So,
especially since she died right before the blip.
Yes. Original screenplay, Belfast, Don't Look Up, which is a fucking joke.
Again, self-congratulatory. Again, I like Don't Look Up because just the simple fact that how like
it is kind of funny. Like there is funny parts.
It's funny, but again, it's like I could see that shit actually happening.
Leo is actually very good.
I think that's where it kind of gets like to me gets him like him going full blown like Hollywood like cheating on his wife. Like to me, that's not believable for a character who's supposed to be like that.
Yeah,
but. Again, it's a fucking social satire.
Oh, it could be a guy who's been living this life, and then now you get money, fame, all this stuff, and that fucking temptation is too much. You want that lifestyle.
Yeah, it just seemed way too easy for him to turn his back on his family.
King Richard, Licorice Pizza, and The Worst Person in the World, which I'm guessing either Belfast or King Richard is probably going to win that one. Adapted screenplay, Coda, Drive My Car, Dune, The Lost Daughter, and The Power of the Dog, which Power of the Dog will probably win that one.
I don't know, man. I could see Dune get like that. That's a really great adaptation of the first half of that book.
Trying to see if there's anything else.
Well, I think that's all pretty much. I mean, other than the supportings. But I mean, again, it's all kind of like people from the same movies.
Yeah, that's pretty much it's the same movies. Everybody's getting nominated.
Mm-hmm. There's no like out of left field fucking nominations.
Spencer for Kristen Stewart.
That's like the only one that's out of like nowhere.
Unless there's like costume design or something like that. But yeah, I'm kind of shocked being the Ricardos got so many nominations.
I think that's
mainly
just
for acting.
I think that's just the fucking Academy fucking, paying off fucking Lucille Ball and Ricky Ricardo.
I mean, just as long as J.K. Simmons wins, that'd be nice. He was in Ricky Ricardo.
I would love, you know what? You want to know the main reason I want Andrew Garfield to win? Because for how long did he had to sit there and lie and say he wasn't in Spider-Man?
Oh, yeah.
While he's trying to literally promote that movie, and then, let him get an Oscar for the movie nobody wanted to pay attention to.
I heard it's good. The guy...
And I think Rent, the movie version of Rent got nominated for Oscars when it came out.
I remember we played at the AMC for like a week or something like that. We had the 25th anniversary of Rent, where they brought, I think they brought the original cast.
The theater, there was a theater version of it?
Yeah, it was the actual theater version. And we played, it was like some Fathom event or something like that. And we played it, if I remember correctly. But yeah, that's basically the Oscars. Nothing. And apparently there's going to be 3 hosts, all women.
I mean, it doesn't. I just watch it to see who wins. But I mean, again, like I watched it pretty intently last year because I wanted to see if Chadwick was going to win, and they didn't give it to him, which I was pissed.
Amy Schumer, Regina Hall, Wanda Sykes. Supposedly that's going to be your host.
I mean, Wanda. I'm cool with Wanda Sykes. She's funny.
Yeah, I'm good with Wanda Sykes. Amy Schumer, not very funny.
Regina Hall, I think, became like she's an actress, but she was in like Girls Trip and shit like that. Oh no, is Regina? Wait, is that the one from Black? Is she from Blackish?
No.
Light skin?
No.
Okay, no, I'm thinking of the wrong person.
It's also no Marvel films. Like
No, just in special effects.
just special effects. Let's see what Regina King has been in.
Oh no, Regina King. I thought you said Regina Hall. Regina King is
No. I do mean I typed in the wrong name.
Regina King was in that Western movie. She directed and stuff, but she was in that Western movie that was on Netflix.
Oh yeah, I still gotta watch that.
Oh my god, that movie is so great.
She was Regina Hall's in the Scary Movies. She was the
Let me see you.
The African American, the one that was yelling back at the screen and stuff.
Oh,
like that
okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
The ghetto one. Black Monday. She was in Shaft.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
Shaft's
about.
Wife.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. But no, that Idris Elba, that Western movie is so good.
Yeah, I still got to see it.
So good.
Yeah, she's in Blackish.
Yeah.
Vivian.
Mm-hmm.
Girl Trip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. That's where I knew her from.
Barbershop.
Yeah. But yeah, that what the fuck is the name of that movie? I don't even remember now what the name of that movie is, but it is so good. And they're playing historical figures.
Yeah, Jonathan Majors is in it.
Like they're all playing actual people. Like everybody in that movie is like a historical living person. Even though Idris Elba's character should have been like Native American. He was like a native. He was a member. That gang was a Native American gang.
There's also she was so good in fucking Watchmen. Regina Hall, Regina King.
Yeah.
She also directed One Night in Miami.
Yes. Which she was nominated for last year.
It doesn't look like she was. She didn't direct that movie that you're talking about.
No, that was who was that? I can't even remember the name of the movie. But there's everybody in that movie is so good. Jonathan Majors is in it. Idris Elba's in it. Harder
They Fall.
Harder They Fall. I think is the guy from Black Klansman in it?
Oh, Washington. Denzel's kid.
No, that's not him. I'm thinking of somebody else. But yeah, I mean that is a very, very good movie. In an ending twist that wasn't I didn't see coming. I mean, it's historical fiction. These characters are based on real people, but it's not actual.
Jonathan Majors.
Actually, what they did.
Damon Wayans Jr.
Lakeith Stanfield's who I was thinking of. What is he in that I was... Oh, yeah, no. Judas and the Black Messiah. And Sorry to Bother You. That was a great movie.
Oh, I love that fucking movie. You want to see a movie that takes a fucking turn.
Yep, that movie
that you wasn't expecting.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, like he's in that. He's really good. He's really good. He's in Idris Elba's gang, and his whole thing is like he's the fastest draw.
He's also Get Out.
Yes, he was the
telling them to leave.
Yeah, he's the one that was already
brainwashed
or whatever you want to call it.
Dude, fucking. Oh, he was in Knives Out too.
Delroy Lindo's in that movie as Bass Reeves, who's a fucking legitimate fucking U.S. Marshal. Dean Cole. I love Dean Cole, the fucking Old Spice guy.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if they're going to... Yeah, fucking Sorry to Bother You. It has Ollie Hammer in it. I wonder how... Like, if they're going to fucking... Because they... All the shit going on with him.
I mean, they released Death on the Nile.
Yeah, they tried. Like, they kept
People
delaying
were
it.
wanting them to pull it, but it's like, fuck, who can? Unless you got proof the motherfucker has actually tried to eat people. Mustafa Shakir. Like, I'm sorry, like, Mustafa Shakir is a great actor, and it sucks for him that fucking Cowboy Bebop was like just a shitty fucking interpretation of that show. But he's really fucking good.
I forgot David Cross played Lakeith's white voice whenever he talked on the phone.
Yes.
God, that movie fucking stays with you.
It does.
Simply because that second half of that movie you're not expecting.
Nope.
At all.
But yeah, you need to go watch Harder They Fall. That's a really fucking good movie.
Yeah, I know. I got this long ass fucking Netflix list that I gotta go through and fucking clean up.
But yeah, so that should be it for this episode.
Did you get your Batman tickets?
Yeah, we had got them. Like last week when I told you she got them, she had got them.
Yeah, she sent me a text when they went on sale. I think it's gonna be good, but I don't know. Like, Matt Reeves has been excellent in everything he's done. Minus,
yeah, I mean, I look at it and I'm like, here's the thing with the Batman movies. They're all good. You know, say what you will about Batfleck, but Batman in that movie,
he was the perfect Batman.
Is good. I know. I wish we'd have got him like the whole, like, my whole problem with him as Batman is the 20 years we didn't get to see.
It was him, his fighting style, like Dawn of Justice, when he goes into the warehouse to find Martha, and he's just wrecking motherfuckers.
I mean, yeah, because that basically, Snyder looked at fucking Arkham and the Arkham game series and said, my Batman's gonna fight like that.
Yeah, and potentially, basically, he's gonna kill people, slamming somebody into a brick wall
and you see the blood from the back of their head on the
wall.
wall.
He's fucking dead. He ran over somebody. He hit somebody with the fucking Batmobile. Yeah.
Now I think you could do, because I think this Batman's gonna be ultra violent, but they've said he doesn't kill people.
Also, Robert Pattinson,
dude supposedly got jacked as fuck too for this.
He's very underrated as an actor.
Oh yeah, he's way better than people give him credit for.
Oh yeah. I seen the movie recap for that Southern
Devil All the Time.
Yeah,
that's a good movie
with Tom Holland.
Yep, I watched it. That's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, they did a movie recap and I watched it, and what a coincidence! Just so happens Tom Holland's hitchhiking and the two fucking serial killers pick him up.
I mean, that's like there's a lot of like it's weird. It's a lot of weird coincidences, but it's not. It's believable coincidences for the time period.
Yeah, it's got a great cast.
It does. It is a very good cast. Yeah, like I said, I think it's going to be fine. Is it going to be a movie that fits in well with the rest of an extended universe? I don't know. clearly, I think Batgirl has to be connected to it some kind of way. Because Batgirl, it's a black girl playing Black Girl. I mean, it's a black woman playing Batgirl.
Yeah.
And what's his face is playing Commissioner Gordon.
Oh yeah. What if, dude?
Yeah, the fucking what's his face from Bond.
Yeah, the CIA agent.
Yeah.
Fuck, what is his name?
I hope they. You know what would be awesome if he just shows back up, like Bond thought he was dead.
It's pretty tough. He went down in the fucking ocean.
Yeah, no, but like he gets sucked out the back hole.
He got shot. He went down with the fucking ship.
It's the CIA. Like, I'd be okay with him just showing back up. Like, yeah, I'm alive.
He was in French Dispatch. He was very good.
He's a very good actor.
Oh yeah, he's in he's great in Westworld.
Mm-hmm.
That I can't fucking remember his name. I don't know why Jonathan Majors keeps popping in my head.
Jonathan Majors is going to be in like so many Marvel movies. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's in Doctor Strange. He's going to be in fucking Ant-Man. He's going to be Kang in Ant-Man and the Wasp, though. Like, he's not going, like, the actual Kang the Conqueror. He's going to be in that one. I guarantee you this is like some version of Iron Lad. I think that's what it is. Like some Infinity Stone. Because his armor is glowing like the colors of the Infinity Stones.
See, here's the thing. So, the evil Doctor Strange that you meet in the trailer, is that the what if Doctor Strange?
Don't know, but there is a point in like the original trailer where it looks like shit, like fucking snake things shoot out of his hands, which would go on to him being Strange Supreme.
And also, do you have the Ultron in fucking Killmonger?
I think you just put that. You just show that on like
a small version,
a stand.
Yeah,
like you don't draw any more attention to it than you need to.
Just have it in the background.
Just have it like, dude. Even just have him like pick it up, look at it, and it still looks just like they're still fucking just
the two beams
at each other, because they're just frozen in a moment in time, and like just puts it back down.
That'd be cool.
Or have the other Strange pick it up, like the MCU Strange pick it up and look at it, and then like fucking like Strange Supreme like grab it from him and like put it down. Like,
if anything, it's he goes to that dimension. You see that on a mantle of the fireplace or something like that. You see Peggy Carter's fucking shield just against the wall or hanging on the wall or something like that. Mm-hmm. You don't actually.
Yeah, if you're not going to do a lot of what if cameos like somewhere else, just have them all be in that.
Yeah, and also they got zombies in the film, so.
Is it? Yeah, but I mean, is it those or is it? Because there's thoughts that zombie that shows up at the end is actually the undead version of Defender Strange.
Yeah, but I think there was another scene. If you pause it, you see like zombies in the background.
I mean, that movie has the potential to have so much shit in it.
But they came out and said this is going to be a horror, like almost a horror film.
I mean, it's going to be a Sam Raimi horror film.
Yeah.
Which aren't hard horror movies.
Oh, fuck no. But they're great.
Yeah, it's not going to be a hard horror.
Drag Me to Hell is seriously underrated.
Yeah.
Also stars the guy from What If.
Yeah. I'd love him to be in it. Like a live action version of Utah. Like have him just bald.
You have him as the cartoon.
You could do that. I mean, like I'm saying, if they go to an animated universe, then yeah, you could just do that.
Technically, they already had them in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 in credits.
Well, yeah, I mean, they had Watchers, but not him.
Not him.
Because we were always led to believe that, Stan Lee was him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's it for this episode this week. Be on the lookout for some stuff on the YouTube channel. Go subscribe. These go up as like audio video format with cool little voice audio analyzer thingy that jumps around as we talk. And then there's going to be some other shit that I'm going to work on and get up. So, as usual, I'm Wayne. That was
Paul.
And we'll see you later.